Welcome to Learning English Time channel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Heart of Home. I'm Jenny, and today's episode is going to be special, warm, thoughtful, and close to every parent's heart. We're talking about something that shapes our children's future, learning, not just in school, but in everyday life, at home, in play, in mistakes, and in love.
That's such a beautiful introduction, Jenny. Hi, everyone. I'm Jessica. I'm so happy to be here again. Today's topic, our children's learning, it's something every parent thinks about, worries about, and celebrates every single day.
Exactly. Learning isn't just about grades or exams. It's about curiosity, growth, and helping our kids become confident, kind, and capable human beings.
I love that. You know, when I think about my kids learning, I picture their faces when they finally get something, that spark in their eyes when they say, "Mom, I did it."
Oh, yes. That moment is priceless. When my daughter learned to read her first book, I cried. It reminded me that learning takes patience for both parent and child.
I totally understand. My son struggled with reading too. There were times he'd get frustrated and say, "I can't do it." But I learned that what he really needed was encouragement, not pressure.
That's so true. I think sometimes we forget that mistakes are part of learning. When kids see us staying calm, they learn that it's okay to fail and try again.
Exactly. I often tell my kids it's not about being the best, it's about being better than you were yesterday. That simple sentence changes how they see challenges.
Jessica, how do you help your kids stay motivated with schoolwork?
Well, I try to make learning feel natural. We mix lessons with daily life. For example, when we cook, we talk about measurements and math. When we garden, we learn about science. It makes learning fun and real.
That's wonderful. I do something similar. We have curiosity time in the evening. My kids can ask any question, no matter how silly. Sometimes I don't even know the answer, so we learn together.
Oh, I love that. Learning together makes kids feel like education is a shared adventure, not just homework.
You know, Jessica, one thing that really helps my kids is having a routine, a quiet study area, fixed homework time, and a reward, like reading a story together afterward.
Yes, routine builds discipline. My daughter has her little learning corner with her books, pencils, and drawings on the wall. It makes her proud to have her own study space.
That's such a great idea. It gives them ownership of their learning.
Exactly. And I think as parents, we don't just manage their schedules, we shape their attitude toward learning. If we show joy and curiosity, they copy that energy.
Let's talk about something real: distractions. Phones, TV, online games, they're everywhere. How do you handle that?
Oh, that's a challenge in every home. I try to set limits gently. For example, we have no screens before homework and family reading hour before bed. Once they get used to it, it becomes normal.
That's great. In our home, we use screen time as a privilege, not a default. And sometimes we turn it into learning time, like watching educational videos together.
That's smart because technology can help if we guide it right.
Let's talk about school life. How do you support your kids when they struggle, maybe with grades or confidence?
I always remind them that everyone learns differently. My son is a hands on learner. He needs to touch, build, and move. So I adjust to his style. And I celebrate effort, not just results. A good try deserves as much praise as an A.
That's so powerful. In our home, we have a proud wall. It's not for perfect report cards, it's for effort. a drawing, a good teamwork note from the teacher, anything that shows growth.
Oh, that's so sweet. I might steal that idea.
You know, Jessica, learning doesn't stop with school. We teach our children values at home, kindness, honesty, respect, and that's lifelong learning.
So true. When my kids help each other or say thank you, I feel prouder than when they get a perfect score. Emotional learning matters just as much.
Yes, emotional intelligence, empathy, self control, those things shape who they become.
I agree. And sometimes the best lessons happen when we fail as parents, too. When I lose patience and later say sorry, my kids learn humility and honesty.
That's a great point. I think children learn by watching, not just listening. When they see us reading, being curious, and working hard, they naturally follow.
Exactly. My kids often see me journaling or learning something new online. One day, my daughter said, "Mom, you like learning too." And that made me smile.
That's so cute. It's like we're teaching them that learning never stops.
And that's the best lesson we can give, that curiosity is a lifelong friend.
Jessica, what advice would you give to parents who feel overwhelmed? Maybe they worry their child isn't learning fast enough.
I'd say slow down. Every child learns at their own rhythm. Don't compare, encourage. The goal isn't to raise the best student, it's to raise a happy learner.
That's perfect. I always tell myself, my child's journey is not a race. We should focus on creating a supportive environment, not a stressful one.
Right? Love and patience are the best teachers.
Jessica, I think we've covered so much today, from motivation to routines, from emotions to patience. If you could leave our listeners with one message, what would it be?
I'd say be your child's biggest cheerleader. Celebrate small wins and remind them that learning is fun, not fearful.
That's beautiful. And I'd add learn with your children. Ask questions, explore, make mistakes together. It builds connection and confidence.
Exactly. Learning is love in action.
Well, that's all for today's episode of The Heart of Home. Thank you for joining us for this thoughtful conversation about our children's learning journey.
We hope this episode reminds you that every moment from reading stories to answering endless why questions is a part of growing together.
Nurture curiosity, enjoy the process, and be proud of every little step your child takes.
Until next time, keep learning, keep loving, and keep your hearts full of wonder.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.